Hey guys, it's TFNet. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing another action figure review. Very excited for this one here because this is going to be of the Bandai Tamashii Nations SH Figuarts Yu Yu Hakusho Dark Tournament Arc version of Yusuke Urameshi. Very excited to finally have this figure here. I said this in the toy news video I made earlier this year about this, but while I kind of wish we had the normal kind of look where he's, green school outfit for Yusuke, I absolutely love the Dark Tournament arc as well. It's like my favorite arc. I think a lot of people's too. So I totally welcome this being the first SH Figuarts Yu Yu Hakusho figure. We're getting Toguro at some time in the near future. Can't wait for that. I really hope they don't abandon this line. At least give us the rest, versions of the rest of the main three. Like, that is all I can really ask because I'm just really excited for the potential of this line. One of my top 10 favorite animes, straight up. I absolutely love this show. Let's go ahead, take a look at the packaging here. You can see the figure in the box as well as Bandai Namco in the top right. Some of the accessories right there as well as Yusuke Urameshi. An image of the figure on the right. Very nice dark green going on here. As well as where it says SH Figuarts Studio Period. I'm not exactly sure what the name is. But we do have the Yu Yu Hakusho logo. Bandai and Tamashii Nations logo as well as the quality sticker right there. And this was made in China. On this side, it just says SH Figuarts, again, the character's name, and then you have that thumbs up pose that we got in a lot of the promotional images for Yusuke when this was announced. And then on this side here, if I can focus up, just a full body image of Yusuke, SH Figuarts, going all the way down again, it says Yusuke Urameshi. There's really not much on the top, it just has the character's name, as well as just a read-up of what the SH Figuarts line is. On the bottom here, this is just a web support website, and you do have an action pose, if I can focus that up, of Yusuke right there. Again, a lot of this we saw already in a lot of the promotional images when they posted them on Instagram and other social media platforms. But we also have a bunch of accessories being shown off here. And then if we go down a little bit down here, you do see the... I had this imported, so I don't have the bluefin sticker to translate anything, but it does say age 15 and up. And the barcode in case you need that. So let's go ahead and get this figure out of the packaging. And here is the figure out of the packaging. I already know this is not one I'm going to want to put down. This is such a fantastic figure. I'm absolutely in love with it. I've not even played with it for 5 minutes, and I just am over the moon for it. Let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories that this comes with, then we'll take a closer look at the figure. First thing I want to talk about are the face plates. These look really nice, actually. This is a gritting teeth, more angry expression. One thing that might be a little strange about this figure that I was noticing, and I don't really know how well I can explain this. The ways that the eyes are sculpted is like they're kind of weirdly sculpted at an angle where like deeper in the center of the face, it's a little deeper, and then it like goes outward a little bit more, like a weird type of like slanted angle. The way that it's sculpted, it's kind of hard to see. It shines a little bit on that left face plate's eye there. That really is not that big of a deal. If it does seem like a complaint. I mean, to the side, I don't know. Something is a little off, but it really isn't that bad how I'm looking at this. I think that also a lot of people were, kind of confused at how these looked because I think the nose was kind of making things look a little weird. I mean, it is a 2D character being translated into a 3D space, so the nose is going to look a little weird, but it's really not bad at all, actually. It looks fine to me. I do like how the gritting teeth look, and then like the way like the brownish red looks in the eyes here, the way that they printed the pupils and like the lines around the eyes as well as the eyebrows there, and then a little bit of that sideburn action going on. Ears are actually nice and sculpted. The teeth, again, nothing crazy about that, but still looking pretty nice. This is more of this smirk expression looking forward. I do like how these coloring the smirk looks right there. Something, again, is a little off, not in terms of what I was talking about, that one complaint, but like I feel like the cheeks might be a little bit large on this one. Every complaint I'm having so far is extremely minuscule. Like, this still is a really nice faceplate. Again, nice grin, and the eyes are pretty nicely centered as well. I thought one of these faces were going to be looking off to the side or something, but they all look pretty straightforward, which is fine with me. When things look off to the side, it's a little annoying to have to deal with sometimes. When you're posing, but like the teeth, the screaming expression with the tongue and the teeth, that is really clean in there. Maybe they could have added a little bit more white in there, but not too bad. I'm talking about the roof of the mouth. Not too bad at all. Still really nice with nice printing in the eyes. Last but certainly not least with the faces, It's this really funny expression when Pooh is resting on his head. That is really funny. You can see the really nice teeth expression going on there, and then just the eyes looking very simplistic and comedic is very fun. Speaking of, we have Pooh, or Poohsky, however you want to call it. This is really cool to have. I really dig how this looks. I'm bringing out the one-shot toys version. You can kind of see a night and day difference, man. This looks like he has been through it. But yeah, I think that this actually wasn't too bad, the one on the right originally, but the one on the left does look a little bit more anime accurate. The way the hair looks is nice, the blue and the light blue on the stomach. The printing in the beak there too, or I guess would be a beak, and then like in the eyes, all that's nice. One thing I noticed, yes, there's a really large like seam line going on there. You can see how the bottom here looks for one-shot toys, but they actually sculpted the feet, and then they have these little bottoms printed on there on the feet. That's what the back looks like with the tail and these large ears. I really dig that a lot, actually. So let's go over some of the hands that we have here. We have these kind of relaxed, but pretty nicely posed hands as well. They're all done in this glossy type of skin tone, as you see here. Yeah, so there's really not much paint going on. That's like that with a lot of their figures, where it's just in the glossy molded skin tone. Pretty nice sculpting on the fingernails, though. Nothing too bad there. And then these seem like they're clenched a little bit for different types of action poses. Just give me a quick look at how these look there. And I think in the light, it's a little hard to see. There might be ever so slightly some creases on the like outer knuckles too. And a little bit of detailing on the palms, but nothing really crazy. But nothing to really complain about if you ask me. We have one thumbs up hand. It's really nice that they gave us this. Not much going on with this. Give me a quick look at that. And then we have unique hands for when you're doing the spirit gun effect. First of all, you have the finger pointing hand. And again, this is in a nice, skin tone molded color there. And then this here, it does look pretty similar to the other more relaxed hands, but this will fit like a really nice grip, basically, right underneath the arm. In fact, I'll just show it like this. I think this, yeah, I'm trying to figure this out. Fits pretty nice under that arm there. I mean, I'm not going to be posing it right now, of course. But what you also have is the spirit gun effect here, this small spirit gun effect right before you shoot it off. There is a hole in here. It's a little hard to see, but you just stick that into the finger, and that actually fits in there really nice. It's a nice translucent blue plastic as well. Speaking of the spirit gun effect, there's one thing I forgot to mention with these accessories, and I'll talk about that in a second. This spirit gun, this large spirit gun effect is really nice with this light blue, like almost frost effect going on here. Getting not that much darker, but nice translucent effect going on here with this point. I don't know if this is the same small base piece that came with the younger Sasuke figure for the fireball jutsu. What I can tell you is that there is a ball joint going on here. When you try to plug this in, it can be a little bit hard to put in. It feels a little fragile, so just be careful. And I have not really popped this out yet. It pops out rather easily. And I'm not going to try to put that back on right now. I might snap something. Last accessory I forgot to talk about is an alternate headpiece. We do have an alternate piece for going into the head there. So you just pop the head off, then pop this on. This separates like this. And this is the more unkept hair piece. All in more of like a, slightly green, but really mostly black molded plastic here. The detailing in the hair is really good. Maybe it could have used some paint apps, like a dry brushing or something, but like the way that they actually sculpted the unkept parts, like his bangs and all that, and the back of the hair too, all of that looks really awesome. Now, before I talk about the SH Figuarts Yusuke, I'm bringing in the one-shot toys version for a very quick comparison. Oh boy, you can see the difference in the styles that were done. Yeah, it's looking a little rough on the right side. I really haven't messed around with the right side one too much. But yeah, like those magnets, man. Like, look at that on the chest, and then just the way that the head looks. Yeah, it's a little freakish, not gonna lie. Very glad that we do have this one. No hate to one-shot toys or anything, but those weren't really living up to par, if I'm being honest. At least in my opinion. This is such a nice looking faceplate. I mean, it's pretty simplistic. It's just a stern expression, but it really does capture Yusuke. This thing really does look like it came out of the anime. Like, a lot of the times, these, look like the character, of course, but there are some off, details that make them a little bit off. And I mentioned the complaint about, what I had where the eyes looked a little, like the sculpting in there looked a little weird. Something about this faceplate though, like it doesn't really seem that way to me. It just, I love it, really love it. And then we do have these nice green waves going all the way around in his hair, like the slicked back look here with those pieces here. And they are slightly softer plastic, but by no means should you be pushing on them or anything. Same thing here. Definitely things can break around. This like slight greenish hue in the black hair looking nice. It could be completely, no, it definitely looks like it's a little bit greenish. And now I'm thinking about it, that other unkept hair definitely had a greenish hue to it as well. This is just, again, pretty nice. And not much going on with this faceplate. Again, it's a stern expression, but still looks really good. And, you know, when I look at this, of course, this is going to be an action figure that breaks up the sculpt here, but I think that they capture a lot of the natural details in the yellow shirt. This very bright yellow shirt, actually, we have to turn it out a little bit. Bright yellow shirt. The details here are really nice. I really like the wrinkles. You can kind of get an idea of the musculature going on here. The way that they did, like, I guess these are rolled up sleeves, sort of. That still looks also really nice. It's all in just this one light yellow color, though. There's really no paint apps going on here. And in person, it's not that bad, but I do feel like the shoulder pieces here seem like a little bit of a dark color compared to his. This almost all of this is a soft plastic. This is a soft plastic, and these shoulder pads are soft plastic. But then we have a hard plastic chest. At least I'm pretty sure everything is soft plastic. That's what it feels like to me. I could be completely wrong, and this could be. It seems like it's bending a little bit. Trying to figure that out is not super easy because it just seems like it's glued tight to the chest. But you can also get a little bit of the musculature in the neck and the chest there as well. And it looks a little scrawny, but I'm pretty sure it's accurate for Yusuke with these slightly muscular arms still looking really nice. It's just in one skin tone. It seems pretty consistent with the face and neck skin tone too. Green armbands looking really sick. It came packaged with the fist that I never got to talk about, but you know, that's usually how it is. Whatever the figure comes packaged with, I'll talk about in the detailed section. And these look fine. Again, just in a more glossy molded skin tone plastic. Makes sense that this is a little bit glossier because he would probably be sweating like crazy during this tournament. Yeah, so that looks really nice. Then we get these. I always thought they were black, but of course they're, you know, when I looked more into it, these are like these very dark blue like sweatpants, almost like joggers. And we do have this little tie piece here that does swivel a little bit. It is a softer plastic. I don't think it's removable at all. And you can see that, like, how the way that this like belt strap is almost done, where it's like built in on the inside with that way they did the like waist tie, I guess. It is also a much darker blue in there too, almost black. We do have some wrinkling around the back here, a seam line down towards the bottom. And then we do have some wrinkling going all the way around the crotch area, as well as some wrinkling in the inner hip section going on there. And it's looking pretty smooth on the outside. Maybe a little bit more wrinkle detail would have been nice here, but nothing to complain about there. Looking in the legs, you get really decent, you know, really nice wrinkling going on there too. Again, everything is just kind of molded in this color. Like the waistband there is definitely like a paint application, but you can also tell the way that the light hits the figure that all of this is very much either one base coat of a color or all molded in this color. Not much going on the back of the knees there. Not much to go on there. When you bend these, you do get a little bit of continued detailing in that articulation. Not a lot of wrinkles going towards the the calf section right here too. Looking actually really nice. And then this cut off rolled up section here, a dark blue, very similar to the waistband going on there. Skin tone around the calf section. These kind of break up the sculpt a little bit. They look a little too disc-esque, but nothing really bad at all. You get that skin tone actually on the shoe, which probably wasn't easy to do. And I can't tell what was painted. This skin tone painted, or sorry, if the skin tone was painted and then this is molded in this color, or if the shoe was painted and it's in a skin tone. Either way, the bottom of the feet here, not much to talk about, but you know, nothing too bad. And the top of the feet going on there. Very simplistic shoes, just like how it was done in the show. Pretty nice, like, sole of the shoe all the way around too. Yeah, again, you know, very simplistic, like athletic outfit, but that's how it's supposed to be. And a lot of these details on here are pretty much captured perfectly from what I remember from the show. We already knew articulation was going to be pretty solid, but this is just even more so. Getting this into poses is such a dream. First of all, you get this all the way up here. It is a dumbbell type joint in the head, and then you do have that extra articulation going to the torso at the neck, at that ball joint, and going down all the way side to side like this, and you get that swivel, which is a pretty tight connection, but not too tight to where you feel like you're going to break it. You kind of swivel at the neck, but not, it's kind of hard to grab too. But yeah, that's still really fantastic. These sections of the rolled up sleeves are a separate piece. It does feel like it's a little bit tight in some areas, but this has been posing around really easily. It might be the soft plastic getting in the way. All the way around it's just fine too. A little bit of a butterfly joint action going up and down here too. You do have arms that go in and out like that. Upper arm swivel. You also get a double jointed elbow that bends really well. Standard wrist articulation that a lot of you are familiar with how that works. Ball joint here and here. So forward is really good. Back is also quite nice, even if it does have a little bit of gappage. Side to side is not bad. Swiveling could be a little bit better. You're mostly getting a swivel at the actual waist, not so much going on here. T-joint legs that work really well, all the way out like that. Kind of want to go back, but not really. Like this, I think this is still a softer plastic, sort of, at the way. Actually, this might be a harder plastic, so it might get in the way too much. But you do get that split right here. Not completely perfect, but still really good. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knee. A little bit of a calf rotation here, but really doesn't want to bend that much. So you get a swivel here, up and down at the ankle rocker, and then you do get a toe hinge, but that doesn't seem like it wants to bend that much either. Quick size comparisons and measuring out the figure. We're looking at around 15 centimeters with this figure, so that's going to put this just under 6 inches tall. It's going to be like a quarter of an inch shorter than the One Shot Toys version right there. And on the left, we do have the Romance Dawn Luffy that I reviewed last month. I think Luffy's going to be a little bit shorter, but they're pretty close to the same height. And then on the far left, you have a little bit of a taller Black Series character there with the Mando there. And then on the far right, we have a Marvel Legends figure that's definitely going to be taller. Overall, this is a really top-notch quality product that Tamashii Nations has put out. I really love this thing. My only nitpicks are really that like the eyes look a little weird, slanted in the sculpt of the faceplates, as well as there's not much paint going on in the shirt or the pants, so it looks a little plain. Those are such minor nitpicks because everything great about this figure really blows all that out of the water. This thing poses like a dream. It's just really nice to pose to where almost every pose you put it in, it looks fantastic. Now, I'm not very good at posing action figures at all. The different, head sculpts with the hair, those are really sick, as well as the different face plates. I know I kind of had a nitpick, but they still look really fantastic. Those different hands are really cool for different action poses as well. The spirit gun effects are also really cool, nice to have. And that poo accessory is definitely better than what we have when the one-shot toys. No shade, but that just kind of is what it is. I'm very happy with this figure, and I really can't put it down. If you're looking for this, I'm hoping it's on some websites still, but you might have to wait for BBTS as well as Entertainment Earth to get some. But I got mine from HobbyLink Japan, which is probably going to be sold out there. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Comment down below what you think about their figure, what you think about the review. Leave a like, share amongst your friends. Follow me on Instagram for more content over there, and I will see you guys later.